Hi everybody, welcome back to building the Batcave out of Lego Part 2, and it's over there. If you don't watch the first one, I would recommend it before watching this one, and it's over there. I will look actually, let's go over there, or kind of, let me just zoom in. I don't have any idea of what I'm going to do fully yet. I'm not going to record it, because I have no idea what I'm going to be building. I haven't planned it, but I think I have an idea of what I want to do. Yeah. And before we actually get into building, like you guys kind of saw, I was gone and I didn't upload for 2 weeks. I am sorry about that. I was on vacation, but now I'm back and I do have some footage to show you, so I'm going to show you that really quick. And then I will get into building, or I'll get back here, and then we'll get into building. So, to my trip. Here's the first beach. This beach is one of the first of the three beaches I'm going to show you. And it was a pretty cloudy day, actually. The tide was out, and as I pointed to, that was a dock. I did not end up going up there. It was too wet, and holding all this camera equipment was not fun. Um, yeah, that's that. As I'm just walking around showing what's around the beach. I cut to this scene to show you, just so I don't have to show you me walking over there. And this is just a cool thing that washed up there. It's been there for years. It holds a ton of sea anemone, and I've seen sometimes crab, some clams. It was very. I had to watch where I was walking too, because it was very like not hard sand. It was like sinking sand. It was a really cool beach. And that used to be a boathouse. That entire like platform. There used to be an actual walkway to it and everything, but it ended up breaking and getting destroyed like maybe 50 or more years ago. I'm walking underneath it. There's also just a ton of random stilts or whatever they're called sticking out of the ground. Some power cables. I think those are what those were. They look like power cables. Garbage. It was there. It was not really a clean beach. And then here are some other. After this, here are some other pictures I have of some of my dogs and just what I saw. And then here's the second beach. It was a lot more sunnier at this time of the day. And it looked a lot more beautiful. But I'm doing this voiceover because it was super windy and it just wasn't like, how do I say this? It wasn't like not windy, and it would be really hard to hear me. Plus, the mic was different points of my mouth at different times. This is where I'm starting. It was there. I think all these beaches have rocks at certain rocky parts, which is pretty cool. But then there was a lot of sand too at different points. Yeah, I am walking through. I'm walking closer to the water. This one does have some sea anemones. You just can't really see them because of how high the tide is, or like how like in the tide is, I should say. And I was actually filming this at like probably 7 o'clock at night, so it's still sunny, but like perfect sundown time. Maybe 7:30. Yeah. Some other points of the beach. It's really beautiful. I love this shot. It was amazing. There's the water. I will start walking this way in just a second. I do not have one of those like stability cameras or like the stability tripods, so it was kind of shaky. I think walking around along the rocks. But there I just go, and this beach was one of my favorites. I think out of all of them, this one was also covered in a ton of rocks. I think this is the one with the smallest but more rocks. The moon, so those are really cool. Almost full moon. I think I was filming this a Friday. No, maybe Wednesday. A Wednesday. The full moon was a Saturday. Yeah, I'm just walking along. I'll end up walking to the corner and back. The day I'm doing this, it was actually the tide was really in because it was nighttime. They came back to the same beach a couple days like later, and the tide was really far out. I could probably walk like up to a mile and a half, maybe just a mile. Not a sea. I think that's algae or algae. I can't pronounce it correctly sometimes. It's still really cool though. And I enjoy this beach a lot. And up on those rocks, that giant like rock wall, there used to be a plaque with some names on it. I wish I found it, but I actually was looking and I could not find it, which was sad. You hear me there. Showed you some of the rock wall more. Now I'm just walking back. There's more of the sunset. I almost said sunrise. That would have been funny. It will end soon. But for people who love looking at a beach, this is it. There I'm walking over some things. With me being very tall, I was able to step over a lot of things. And the other side of the beach. I didn't show the other side before because there's people on it. I didn't want to show their faces just to be nice. I didn't want to be disrespectful. Yeah, I think that's kind of the end of the beach. Showing more around it in the clouds. The clouds are really cool. The tide is coming in slowly more. I left before it could get like super high, which is good because I don't want to be in the water. Yeah, on. This is the end of it, and on to the next beach. Here's the other beach. It's like the more of a beach. This one is more like actually this one has the most rocks out of all the beaches. Now looking at it and seeing it now, that the waves were really big, and they're always big. Um, it was there was something going on called red tide. For people who don't know, it's a when like too much of one plant, I think it was, or like a toxin. Too much of one toxin is overproduced. It will like infect sea animals, sea life, and stuff like that. And if you drink enough of the water, or play in the water, you can get infected. So we kind of go in the water. This beach, if you guys don't know, I don't think that's what the full name of it is, but my family throughout it is called Washaway. It is a nice beach. It's called Washaway because there used to be a town throughout this entire thing, or not the entire thing, but there used to be a town, but it got swept away in the water. It was just really cool. I thought I'd share that. It's a cool story. The rocks were really big, and there was a lot of like wood. I would say I tried building a fort, but almost hurt myself really badly. Like the wood building like that, like building a wood fort's not my specialty. Yeah, the waves are really big. These aren't the biggest the waves have ever been when I've been. I've been to this beach many times, and the waves are usually bigger. Like not usually, but the waves can be way bigger than this. Yeah, here's the other side. I was up higher, and there's some other more rocks. It's just a different part of the beach. There's the rest of it. And there's some dunes. It'd be fun to get like a dirt bike and go through that. That would be really cool because it's like almost made for it. And so there's the highways up there. Some more of the dunes. I think that's what they're called, the dunes or something. And then here is a raised loft or like a ledge, and it actually is very like it's not that high, but it's not safe because sand like it can collapse, and it's not like it's very dangerous. When I was younger, I used to try to build like into it, and then someone came by and told us a story that I'm not going to share because it's not okay for my audience. But then yeah, that's the entirety of my trip. Like I already said, that was my entire trip, and I had a great time. I loved it. Um, but yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to say. So let's get into building, and then I'll show you the after result. And I'm done. And it actually went pretty smooth. I enjoy how it ended up. And as you see, I made a mess over there. There's a little mess on the roads. And I made more of a mess over here from the continuous mess from earlier. And let's head over there really quick, actually. I will not place the minifigs until the end. And as you see here, I actually got these two plates on. I need to fill the rest in so you don't see like the ramp going up and everything. Then here it is. I got the back platform finished. Like at least the platform done. I will have tiling that off. And I might get dark tan for that. Might look nice. And I will place the building on top. Right now I don't really have the pieces to do that. Yeah, and the supports, these look really nice. I like these. I kind of came up with them pretty fast, actually. And then I recently got a pick-a-brick order from. I didn't recently get one. I recently got the rest of my pick-a-brick order. So this came with 9 of the panels, which I stuck along the entire end. That looks nice. Yeah, there's actually not much to say about it because I didn't do much, but I did enough to change it. Yeah, that's that. I think I did moves this stayed, that stayed. I did add some other little mini details with the grappling hook, the welder, and yeah. I didn't do any other really work. I did add the supports over there. I think once the building's in, and maybe a support back here and like the elevator, then I can place Wayne Manor on top. Same with this wall. This wall will have to be here. I can place Wayne Manor on top, and that will look really nice. Yeah. I just need to clean up the mess, which I'll do that after the video ends. I can finish it, and yeah, um, that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. So please, hope you enjoyed the update and my view of my trip. Some view, like a view of my trip. Um, and yeah, since that, please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for whatever comes next. Bye.